introduce you to some people in our team. I am Stephanie Ho. I am a relationship manager and a college success coach here at UNCF for the Fidelity Scholars Program. We also have Dr. Tracy Sangor, who is a senior relationship manager and also a college success coach. Oh, I'm just going to remind everybody to mute themselves. Thank you. We also have Vanessa Gonzalez, who is part of the Fidelity Social Impact Team for the Communications and Program Management. We have Justin Bailey, who is a senior relationship manager and college success coach, and Emmanuel Manu, who is a relationship manager and college success coach as well. So we are really excited to have all of you come tonight and learn some more about our program. Next slide, please. So, like I said, tonight we're going to go over orientation, what that looks like, what the purpose of it is. We are going to talk about transportation, so how you're all going to get to orientation, where they will be located, where they will be hosted and held, what we will do throughout that weekend. And then we are also going to talk about some resources for college success for all of you that are available to you through the Fidelity Scholars Program, because we are more than just a scholarship. We provide a lot of resources for all of you throughout your college careers. And then we are also going to introduce to you the Fidelity Scholars Hub, which is where you're going to go for all important info for the Fidelity Scholars Program throughout the year. And then we have a couple reminders for you at the end. And if anyone has any questions, please wait into our Q&A, and then we will answer all of your questions then. So Dr. Tracy, if you could take it over and talk about orientation, that would be great.
Yes, thank you, Stephanie. Yes, what is orientation? So orientation is your official welcome into the Fidelity Scholars Program. This is a one-time experience where you get to meet all of the first-year Fidelity Scholars from your region, and as well as get to meet our Fidelity partners and UNCF staff members. Throughout this weekend, you'll learn what it means to be a Fidelity Scholar, as well as meet people who will support you to and through your academic journey. So, as I mentioned before, you'll meet your fellow scholars. You'll also get a chance to meet your college success coach in person for the first time, explore those valuable resources that we have in our program, and also gain tools that will help you succeed both academically and personally. And the goal is not only for you to engage yourself. Yes, there's going to be some live entertainment and things that we're going to be doing. So we'll get into that a little bit later on in this presentation. But it's also an opportunity for you to network, meet someone new, find out who is going to your school, as well as feeling informed, connected, and excited about the opportunities ahead. So, who will be in attendance? Or as, a lot of people say, who all going to be over there? So orientation is really designed for scholars. So it's really surrounded or an opportunity for you to be in community with your peers. And so it's primarily focused on your scholars. So I know a lot of people in the last session has been asking, can my mother come, my grandmother come, Lottie Dottie and everybody, can they come? Unfortunately, this is a Fidelity Scholar event where we will sponsor only Fidelity Scholars. However, if you have family members that choose to attend this, they will have to make their own accommodations. So just keep in mind, this is a Fidelity Scholar only event where we will sponsor your transportation. But if others would like to come, they need to make their own arrangements to get you there or to get there. And so at the orientation, not only will you meet fellow scholars, as I mentioned, you will also meet your champions, your Fidelity Scholar champions who are returning scholars who have already navigated this space and experience, and they are here to serve you as mentors, guides, and resources throughout that weekend. And then finally, you have the opportunity to connect with us, the UNCF team and Fidelity staff members, including your college success coaches, as I mentioned before. These are all the individuals who are going to help make your program possible, as well as support you throughout your college experience. So know by the end of your orientation, not only will you have a network and a support system, but you'll also have all the resources you need to be successful on this academic journey. So I am turning it over to Emmanuel to get us into where we'll be staying.
Hey everybody, it's Justin. I'm jumping in. So, where will you be staying? So again, as you can see in this beautiful, beautiful illustration on the screen, we have chosen 4 very lovely Marriott properties as your home for your respective weekend. So for all of my friends in Cincinnati, well, Kentucky and Ohio, you'll be right across the river in Covington, Kentucky, at the Cincinnati Marriott at River Center. And then we'll be in Rhode Island, we'll be downtown at the Providence Marriott. So I'm sure some of you are familiar with that location. Westlake, this will be our 4th year at this Westlake location. It is tried and true, and it will be a great experience for those that are coming from Texas, as well as Utah, New Mexico, and Colorado, and the like. And then lastly, in Durham, we'll be at the Sheraton Imperial. We were there last year. They were so excited to have it, so excited for us, for our presence. So they said, could you please come on back? So those will be your locations and where you will be housed for the duration of the weekend. Next slide. So where will the actual orientation be? So again, we'll be at the hotel Friday through Sunday. However, we will transport you off-site to the Fidelity location on Saturday for the actual orientation. So you see the beautiful headquarters in Covington, Smithfield, Westlake, and Durham, North Carolina. So we have some great hotel options for you. We have some beautiful Fidelity campuses that will entertain you throughout the weekend. So I can't wait for you all to see all of these properties and engage with your other scholars, in addition to the UNCF and FMR teams. Next slide. So what does the weekend look like? Okay. You'll be there. Everyone will fly in, take the train in, take the bus in, Uber in, or have a parent or guardian or brother, sister, aunt, uncle drive you in on Friday. Normally, typically, everyone will arrive about anywhere between 3 to 6 p.m. or 3 to 5 p.m. Ideally, you'll be able to come in, get set, get your room accommodations, and then we'll start the grand opening, so to say, with dinner and I would say a minimal orientation of the like. We just want to welcome you and let you know what the weekend is going to look like. Then we'll have a little engagement on Friday night, send you to bed so you can wake up nice and early to transport you to the Fidelity site on Saturday. That will be a wonderful day of engagement. You'll hear from experts to talk about things that will attribute and help you along this success journey that you're about to begin. And then we'll head back to the hotel Saturday. We'll do some more engagement. We'll feed you, absolutely. And then you'll go to bed, wake up Sunday, and everybody will leave on Sunday. Please understand, we ask you to stay at the hotel the entire time. We know we'll be in some locations where your institution or your house might be a few blocks or even a few miles away. Even with that said, we really, really, really believe that this orientation is the catalyst to your ultimate success. You'll meet like-minded scholars. You'll engage with professionals that will really support you on this journey. So please, everyone, make a note. We want you there for the entire weekend. All right, next slide. So how will you get there? So again, some of you will be traveling by plane, train, charter bus, ride share, mom, dad, and the like. We will make sure that we give you all the tools that you need in understanding the locations, the pickup locations, the drop-offs, the times, everything. And again, we are sponsoring the travel costs. You do not have to pay for the plane, for the bus, for the Uber. UNCF and Fidelity is covering that cost for you. And as a reminder, scholars that will be traveling by plane, you must have a real ID or a passport, one or the other. Again, we talked about that in the last orientation. Again, you have to make sure that you have that real ID. Head down to your local DMV, make the appointment, make sure you bring the proper documentation, social security card, birth certificate, and the like to make sure you get that nice star on your driver's license, all right? Or state ID if you're not a driver yet. And then again, where we have scholars that are attending the same institution, we're gonna have you traveling together. So all of my students in Tallahassee at FAMU, we're gonna make sure that we group you together to get you to the airport together. Same with our students at Bethune-Cookman. For our students at A&T and all our students in Greensboro, you all will take a bus about an hour and 15 minutes to the hotel location in Durham, all right? So we wanna make sure where we can travel together with you all, we want to make sure that where you all can travel together, we're going to implement that, all right? It's going to save us a couple hours in the meantime. So thank you, and we appreciate your understanding. And then, yes, you may be dropped off by family at the hotel site. That is perfectly fine. But we'll be sending out some information to collect that information. That way we know you're not going to take any of the transportation that we're providing, and you'll just get dropped off by a family, which is perfectly fine. All right. And then one more slide here from me. So what to do now to prepare? So travel surveys, if you meet that criteria, was sent out yesterday. I've started to get a lot of responses, which is great. Please check your email from fsptravel@uncf.org for that travel profile. It is so critical for you to complete that form so I have time to review it, look for any errors, because I don't want to book you from one airport when you need to be have a plane from a different one. So we want to make sure all of those things are tied up and tightened up so that when it's time for us to book your flight, there are no issues at hand. All right, so please complete that by July 8th. Please. Again, that's only for students who need to take a flight, take a train, or take a bus to orientation. All right. And lastly, please attend the orientation travel webinar in September. So September 1st, 7th, 8th, or 15th. About a week or so before your actual orientation date, we're going to bring you together just to let you know, hey, the who, what, where, when, and why. Your emergency contacts, where your bus pickup and drop off locations, the time. Bring your family. I want them to hear this information as well. So you're fully supported. I know a lot of you, this might be your first time away. It could be your first flight. So we want to just make sure that we relieve any anxiety you may have, as well as any anxiety your family may have, to make sure that this is a successful journey and transition for you. So with that said, you'll get more information as we continue from FSP Travel at uncf.org. But again, please complete that survey as quickly and efficiently as possible, and be sure to check for any errors. Birth date, we need to make sure that that is correct. That has to match when you check in at the airport. So things like that are really critical. So with that said, I believe this is my last slide, and I'm going to pass this over to my colleague, Vanessa. Take it away.
Thank you, Justin. Hi, all. My name is Vanessa Gonzalez, and I work for Fidelity's Social Impact team. And I'm really excited to be here today. And before I get started with talking about what it means to be a Fidelity Scholar, I want to hear from you all. How are you feeling about starting college? So drop an emoji in the chat and a word to describe it. Yes, I see some happy, some excited. Absolutely. Excited but nervous. I feel like that's very normal. I think a lot of people are feeling that. Yes, I love it. Happy. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of the same ones. I love to see it. So you'll see that a lot of scholars are feeling the same things that you are. And it's really normal to be nervous, to be happy, to be excited. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what support systems come with you as you go into your college journey. So next slide. What does it mean to be a Fidelity Scholar? So you might be hearing over and over that being a Fidelity Scholar and being a part of the Fidelity Scholars program is a program with a scholarship, or you have a lot of support, or there's a wraparound support model. So what does that mean? On the right here, you're going to see this wheel. And what this wheel is really just encompasses the whole support system that you get as a scholar throughout your career or throughout your college journey. So the first one, there's absolutely that scholarship, which is the financial assistance. And it's the financial support we know is only the beginning. So by easing the financial burden, we enable students to now pursue their studies and focus less on how they're going to pay for college. And then there's your college success coach. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. Some of your college success coaches are on this call. And as was mentioned earlier, you're going to meet your college success coach in person for the first time at orientation. And you're going to start learning over and over how valuable it is to have that resource. And then there's health and wellness, because we know that it is so important that you are able to show up well in order to be successful in college. Your Fidelity mentor, I'll talk about that a little bit more, but this is something that will be introduced in your sophomore year, where you'll get access to a Fidelity mentor. Financial education, as a financial company, Fidelity Investments, we prioritize making sure that you receive that financial education and have your financial well-being. And lastly, career readiness, because it's never too early to start thinking about your career. So I'm going to get into each one of these a little bit more in detail. But before I do that, I want to give you an example of a scholar who took advantage of the opportunities that Fidelity Scholars presented to him. So for the next slide, you're going to meet Sebastian. And Sebastian Patino is now going to enter his last year in college. He was part of cohort 1. And we were sending a bunch of emails saying, hey, Sebastian, this internship is available to apply. Hey, Sebastian, you should sign up for this fellowship. All of these opportunities. And he just started saying yes. And I want you to hear from him about what that experience was like and what happened when he took advantage of these opportunities. So I'll have you all hear from him.
Yeah, so coming from a first generation family, my family's from Colombia. So my brother, he was a great inspiration for me, but navigating this kind of on my own it was a very hard process, especially since no one else except my brother has gone to college. So just having someone that believes in you, I feel like that's already enough. Just having the exposures to different opportunities. Again, I got my internship because I found it out through the scholarship. Every opportunity I've had in college is because I found it out through Fidelity Scholars. And just having that support, just someone to talk to and just believe in you and tell you, hey, you're doing great, kind of in the back of your mind. And just having someone to support you has just been amazing in the program.
Yes, and I'm glad to say that Sebastian is absolutely thriving. He has gotten to very, very competitive internships at Fidelity Investments, and it's because he continued to show up and say yes. And so this scholarship, absolutely the monetary part is so important, but all of those opportunities and support that we provide, it really is what you make it. He told me this, I always say yes to the opportunities that Fidelity Scholars brings to me. So be open to that and just know that these opportunities are going to be sent to you throughout the year in the Scholar Hub, which I will bring up in just a moment. So I'm going to break down the wheel that I brought up earlier. So we'll talk about academic success first. So we're here to help you thrive in college. And there's a bunch of resources that come with that. The very first ones that I'm going to highlight are Upswing, which is an on-demand tutoring that's available on any subject. So this could be math, maybe. This could be if you want someone to review an essay. And I know that in this day and age, we have access to AI and ChatGPT, but there is nothing like having a human review and give you that feedback on different topics. So definitely take advantage of this on-demand tutoring that's available, and it's virtual. Then you have your college success coach. And I am going to mention your college success coach over and over and over because they are an amazing resource. They are someone who has been trained to do this, and they can help you with so many different topics. So when it comes to academic success, they can help you with navigating those campus resources. Maybe you want to learn about how to use the resource center to get tutoring, or you need some mental health support on campus. They can help you navigate that and really start succeeding from day one. So you'll meet them at orientation and be on the lookout for emails from them as well. And the power hours. So throughout your career, if we could go back to the previous slide, sorry. The power hours for academic success are specifically focused on things like study skills, time management, and much more. So these are going to be webinars that you will get access to professionals who are going to give you advice on really how to navigate that academic success and be really thrive in college. And lastly, if you happen to find yourself below a 2.5 GPA, this transition can be difficult going into college. Just know that your CSC, your college success coach, is going to provide you with regular check-ins and coaching to get you back on track, because our goal at the end of the day is to make sure that you are successful and thriving in college. And so we're going to provide you with that support. So I'm going to be going over a lot of information, so hang tight to those questions. And we don't want you to miss this information. So really focus on this. And then there's going to be a Q&A at the end. So just know, keep that, maybe jot down that note or that question, and we'll come back to it at the end. So next slide. Career readiness. So like I mentioned earlier, it's never too early to start thinking about post-college, maybe what career you want to explore as you're going through college right now. And so we provide you with resources for that as well. The very first one that I'll mention is Career Village. So Career Village, the way I think about it, is kind of like Reddit to talk to professionals around the world. So maybe you just want to put a question out there and have professionals answer it. Maybe you want to know what kinds of courses you should be taking for a specific career, or what kind of clubs you should be joining. That's a really great way that you could just put that question out there to professionals. And again, your college success coach, this is someone who you can start brainstorming about career paths, talking about what kind of courses you should be taking, things like that. Your college success coach is always going to be someone that really is helpful to just provide that advice. And Power Hours. These are webinars that are focused on things like resume writing, LinkedIn. Actually, the LinkedIn one was one of the most popular ones. So it's like how to start talking about in your personal brand, things like that. Internships, so things like how do you apply for an internship if it's your first time applying, or how do I go through interviews? So things like that are going to be during these Power Hours, and a lot of them are really interactive. So there might be one where you actually draft out your resume with someone who's going to review it. And lastly, the Fidelity Mentor. So I mentioned earlier that you'll get access to a Fidelity Mentor starting your sophomore year, and you'll get the opportunity to apply for that mentor then. So these are professionals who work at Fidelity Investments, and they have a wide range of careers. So that could be in communications, in technology, maybe software engineering, some in business. So just various fields. And we'll start sending you more information about Fidelity Mentors as you get closer to your sophomore year. Next slide, please. Financial education. So Fidelity Investments, it's a financial company. So we are going to provide you with financial education. There's on-demand courses on financial education, specifically saving, spending, and investing, that will be available for you. And these are going to be in the Scholar Hub, which I will talk about a little bit more in just a moment. And then there's also the Power Hours. So we're also going to provide you some topics that we'll cover are going to be healthy spending habits, budgeting and investing, and hearing from real people who are going to give you their advice from years of having managed their own finances. And next slide. And last but not least, mental health, because we're here to support your well-being throughout your college experience. There's a few different resources and partnerships that we've developed in order to make sure that you are really taking care of your mental well-being. And the first one is Better Mind. So this is virtual therapy to support your mental health. And for this one, for Better Mind, it's just like that bridge that you might need as you find a long-term counselor, and this is virtual support. Then we have Steve Fund, which is a partnership that we put together because we really realized that some students are navigating going into college with their families. So this is a great resource that provides some information for both students and families as you navigate that academic and personal challenges and that transition. They also have a texting service. So if you have any type of emergency, you can speak with a trained crisis counselor. And though I don't mention your college success coach on here, I really should have added them. They are another great resource to really help support you. And if you need access to a resource, they're able to help you navigate that. And lastly, the Power Hours. So these webinars, these Power Hours will be focused on things like balancing home and academic life, having those peer check-ins where you hear from other scholars and how they're doing in college and managing their transitions, and also meditation and wellness techniques. Next slide, please. So I covered a lot of information: mental health, financial education, career readiness, and academic success. And this is just like a snapshot of some of those resources that I covered. So great time to just take a screenshot, take a photo with your phone, and just remember, these are the things that are available to me. So we'll just wait a moment while folks take a screenshot of this. Okay, cool. Next slide. So I want to hear from you all. Now that I've gone through all of these resources, what is it that you are the most excited about? Go ahead and enter your responses in the chat. Which resource are you most excited about? And then while you're doing that, if we can go back to the previous slide so anyone who didn't take a screenshot can still take it. I see a lot of the financial education, absolutely upswing, financial education, career village. Yes, yes. Oh, you all are gonna love this. This is gonna be an amazing experience for you. As you start getting into those courses, you're going to learn so much and be excited to learn even more and more and more. Financial education, yes, career, yeah, the career readiness, so impactful. I was the first one in my family to go to college, so resources like this would have been so, so beneficial as I entered my career and my college experience. Okay, I love to see it, career readiness, career village. Okay, so just know these are gonna be resources that are available to you. And now I'm gonna go over how you actually access these resources, because I mentioned a lot and I want you to know how you're going to access it. So you all have something that is called the Scholar Hub available to you. And you are the very first cohort to have access to this. We've been developing it based on feedback from scholars. And this is a place where you will be able to access resources, register for events, view the Power Hour webinar recordings, complete that recommended learning like the finance education, receive updates and announcements, and you'll be able to connect with other scholars. So on the left here is an example. I took a video of what it looks like, and you'll see that all of this that I mentioned is on here, and I'll go over it in a moment. The financial education, that career readiness, the academic success and mental health, all of those power hours are gonna be posted here. And I started seeing some people already logging in. That email, you should have gotten that invitation from the Scholar Hub earlier today. And I saw people were already in the discussion, talking about what schools they're going to and saying, oh, I have an interest in the same career as you do, like, let's connect. So look for that email. It should come from the Scholar Hub, or just look up Scholar Hub in your email, and you'll be able to start connecting to the Scholar Hub. And I'll show you the QR code in just a moment on how to download the app. But I want to talk a little bit more about how to really work with the Scholar Hub. So next slide. Okay, so how do I access the resources mentioned today? This is how you do it. The first thing is you visit the Scholar Hub homepage and you scroll down to resources. On the left side, you're gonna see everything that I mentioned around career readiness, academic success. Those are all the resources that are categories, and you can click on them. For example, Upswing, the tutoring, it's all there. And you can just log in and access those resources. It's going to be on your phone. You can easily come back to these resources at any time. And then, just keep coming back to it. This is something that's going to be available, and we'll keep adding it as we have more resources available for scholars. Next slide. And how do I register for an upcoming event? So I keep mentioning these power hours, these webinars that are going to be led by professionals, the way that you are going to register for them. And also just know that these instructions are on the Scholar Hub. So you don't have to memorize all of this right now. I'm just showing you an example. But you would visit the Scholar Hub homepage, scroll down to events, select the event you want to register for, and just register via Zoom. So this one today, June 25th, this is the one that's taking place right now. And the amazing thing is that you're going to receive a push notification reminder when the event is taking place. And that's why we really, really encourage you to have the mobile application and have those push notifications on, because you don't want to miss an event. We're also going to be uploading the recordings on here for certain events, not all of them. We'll let you know if we aren't going to upload a recording, but for most events, we will be uploading a recording as well. Next slide. What opportunities are available to me? So I mentioned to Sebastian from cohort 1 earlier, who just kept taking advantage and saying yes to these opportunities. So the way that you are going to get access to these opportunities is we are going to send them through the Scholar Hub. There is going to be, in the Scholar Hub homepage, a section that says announcements. And there you're going to select the opportunity you are interested in learning more about, and you can apply from there. So just know that it's going to be coming to you through the Scholar Hub. So that's why it's so important, again, that you have those notifications on, because you do not want to miss a deadline or anything like that. And I think for next, if you click next, it'll start loading the video of an example of how to, yeah, this one is, there we go. Yeah, so for this one, Scholar Hub homepage, if you scroll, click on announcements. This is the announcement that you'll see right now, which is just a welcome and letting you know that there's going to be announcements here. But yeah, this is going to then become a page where there's going to be several announcements there and opportunities available to you. Next slide, please. And now, the moment you all have been waiting for, which is to download the Scholar Hub. So on the left, if you have Android, that is, get it on Google Play. If you have Apple, get it on the Apple Store. Mia has also added the links in the chat for those of you who are joining us from your phone. So just go ahead and click on that link or scan the QR code. And just also look for that email from the Scholar Hub, because it's going to give you the instructions to reset your password, because we created an account for you. But definitely download the app. I'm going to say it over and over and over. And then you're going to see me at orientation, probably with a shirt that says, ask me about the Scholar Hub, because the app is going to be so invaluable to just getting those push notifications of this is available now. And the opportunities that are available to you from this program are just so immense. So definitely download the app and turn on your push notifications. I saw earlier, some of you already starting to get to know your class, so engage in those discussions. And we'll just wait a moment while people download the Scholar Hub, and just know the links are in the chat if you need them. If you are joining for the password, just know we created an account for you. So the very first thing you're going to do from that email is reset your password. You don't
I have a question. When it says, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're all good. You're all good. If you could just write that down, we're going to hold questions till the end.
Okay.
But just write it down, because I definitely want to answer your question. But we'll hold questions till the end when we do the Q&A.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. So also, if you're having any troubleshooting errors, I heard some people say that you have not gotten the email from us. We have an email. Chris, if you could add that troubleshooting email on here so people could email us if you did not get the email from the Scholar Hub for some reason. Chris is going to add Mia and Chris just added it. It is scholarhub@fmr.com, and just email me and I will make sure that you get that email so that you can connect to the Scholar Hub. Okay, and I'm going to pass it back to Stephanie, and then I'll answer all of your Scholar Hub questions at the end. So definitely write them down because I want to answer them.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. That was super helpful. So as you are all downloading the Scholar Hub, I know we have a lot of questions about orientation. So Justin is going to clarify some things. So take it away, Justin.
All right, everybody. So listen up. Hear me loud and clear. If you are in Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, Florida, New Jersey, and Northern Ohio, you are the only individuals who have received the travel profile. Why? Because you all are actually going to have to fly to orientation. So I see some folks in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. Yes, you're still going to be transported to orientation. However, we will let you know what that travel looks like. We don't have to book a flight for you or figure out a time at this point. We will let you know. So that's the same with students. If you're in the DFW area, you will not get a travel survey because you are in the general vicinity of the orientation, which is about, to give you some geographic location, we're about 10 minutes from DFW in Westlake. That's where the orientation is. So if you're in the Dallas area, you don't need to fly or take a train or anything like that. But if you're south or southeast in Houston, San Antonio, Austin, absolutely you receive the travel profile. So some of you might say, oh, I live in those areas, but I didn't receive one. Please check your spam or your trash first. If you still don't see it, that means we don't have the correct email on file. All right? So take a moment to check your spam, to check your trash, to make sure, and then make sure you save us or add us as a good sender. So again, if you have any questions, still email FSP Travel. However, I know some of you have been asking in the chat. Some of you have gotten the travel profile, absolutely, and we've received several responses. Some of you are about to find it in your junk folder, which is great. You can go ahead and knock it out. And some of you just don't need to complete it. And we promise you we'll get you all of the information that you need. And then a few more questions that we've been answering in the chat. Yes, mom and dad or aunt and uncle can travel with you. They will have to purchase their own flight and their own hotel accommodations. So while we encourage, if we love for you all to travel together, we understand this could be your first time away. We get it. However, parents will have to get their own accommodations, and orientation is for scholars only. Parents and guardians cannot attend the orientation activities on the Saturday at FMR. All right, so keep those questions coming. I just wanted to clarify those things. However, again, if you did not receive a travel profile, but you still have to get to orientation, you'll absolutely hear from us on what that travel looks like. All right, thank you, and I'm going to kick it back over to Stephanie. Oh, one more thing. Raleigh-Durham is the same area. All right, some of you see Durham and Raleigh. We call it Raleigh-Durham. All right, so you're good to go. There's no wrong information or anything like that. All right, Steph.
Thank you, Justin. Okay, so in addition to orientation, I know a lot of you have questions about financial aid. Next slide, please. So we do have some designated financial aid office hours. If you have questions about your scholarship, your financial aid package, anything like that, our financial aid team and our student services staff will be able to help you during these sessions. So the first session will be on Tuesday, July 7th, between 7 and 8 Eastern Standard Time. And then we will host another one on Saturday, July 16th, between 12 and 1. And then Thursday, July 25th, between 7 and 8. And then Tuesday, August 4th, between 7 and 8. And then Thursday, August 18th, between 7 and 8. 7 and 8. This is in the Eastern time zone. So if you live in a different time zone, please be aware that the times will be different for you. If you are not able to attend any of these financial aid office hours, please email fspstudentservices@uncf.org. Next slide, please. Okay, so before we close out, we need some document submissions from you. If you have an iPhone, you can do this right in your Notes app. You can open it, scan documents, and then you can scan your documents right there. Please make sure that your documents are clear and legible. We need to be able to see your first name and your last name, and this is for your high school transcripts as well as your college acceptance letters. I know that it's really easy to take a screenshot or a picture, but we do need it to be in a PDF format. So please scan or copy and send it in to us. Also, I know a lot of you are asking about your email accounts. Make sure that the email that you are using is one that you're going to be able to access post high school, because I know some of you get high school emails. So we want to make sure that whatever you use, you can use it for all 4 years throughout college, and make sure that your email is not full, because then you won't get the important emails from us, or it might go to spam, or you might miss some really important info. So make sure those email accounts are up to date. Next, please. Okay. This is a really important slide. So go ahead, take a screenshot, make sure you have this to-do list ready for yourselves. The first thing we want you to do is complete your travel profile if you are traveling by plane or train by July 8th. If you are in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, or any of the other states that Justin had mentioned, and you are traveling via bus or by Uber or Lyft, or if you will be driving, you do not need to fill out the travel profile, only if you are flying or if you're taking a train. Use fsptravel@uncf.org to search in your email to make sure that you are getting that travel profile if you are going by plane or train. Make sure you also have that real ID, because if you are traveling by plane, they will not let you on if you do not have a real ID or if you do not have a passport. The real ID is the one with the star in the upper right corner. If you need any help deciding whether or not you have a real ID or identifying that, email us and let us know. Next, download that Scholar Hub and make sure you create your profile. So when you have the Scholar Hub, you will be able to connect with the other scholars in your cohort. You're going to be able to see really important updates and really get connected with the Fidelity Scholars Program. So please make sure you do that. I know we have a lot of questions about orientation, so we will be hosting webinars in September. So during these webinars, we will share important info about what you need to pack, what you need to bring, rooming assignments, travel info. So make sure you are on the lookout for those webinars. Submit your college decisions by June 30th. I know that this is coming up next week. It's in about 5 days. At this point, you should know where you are attending college in the fall. And we need to know where you're attending college in the fall. So please do that as soon as possible. Finally, make sure you submit your high school transcript. If we don't receive your high school transcript by July 16th, we cannot provide funding for you. So please do that as soon as possible. Next, please. Okay, so who do you email when you have questions? If you have questions about orientation, if you need access to any of the Know Before You Go sessions we've held over the past couple of weeks, if you have questions about financial aid or just about the Fidelity Scholarship in general, please contact us at fspstudentservices@uncf.org. If you have questions about where should I send my high school transcript or where should I send my college acceptance letter, you can send that to contactfidelity@uncf.org. And if you have any questions about the Scholar Hub, or if you're having issues getting into the Scholar Hub or you have suggestions, please email scholarhub@fmr.com. I highly recommend that you also take a screenshot of this page too, so that way you know who to contact when you have questions. We'll just give it a second to give everyone some time to make sure that they have all this info, that you take your screenshots, and that you know who to email, because I know it can be a little confusing with the different emails, but this will help keep us organized and keep you organized. Next slide, please. Thank you all so much for coming to our Know Before You Go sessions. I hope that you found them helpful. I hope you are all excited to start your college journeys. I know we're really excited to welcome you into the Fidelity Scholars Program as our most recent cohort. If you could do us a big favor and let us know how we did by filling out our survey, which we'll drop the link in the chat, that would be wonderful. This is for us to help you in the future and for us to know what works for you. So please fill out the survey. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, please go ahead and raise your hand, and our director, Dr. Courtney Gray, will help answer any of your questions.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Manuel, everyone who presented this afternoon on this great work. So yes, I will call on you. Please raise your hand And I will pull my colleagues in as needed to answer those questions. So we'll start with Darius Juarez.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dairis Juarez, and last week in the last meeting that we had, I was having trouble accessing my portal, so I asked that question, and they gave me an email to send the email to so I could turn in my transcript. But I still haven't heard anything back, so I was hoping if I could get help with that.
Absolutely, someone will be right in contact with you. What state are you in?
I'm in the state of Massachusetts.
All right, thank you so much. Someone from that area will get in contact with you.
Thank you so much.
Amilcar Madrid. Amilcar Madrid, did I say that correctly?
Yes.
How can we help you?
Yeah, I got a question. It's in regards to the final college acceptance letter. Yeah, if I don't see it on the to-do list on my portal, doesn't that mean Fidelity assumed that I'm already going to FIU?
We cannot make any assumptions. So if it's not on the portal, you don't see an action for it, I would follow up at Contact Fidelity at uncf.org to make sure we have a copy of it.
Yeah, because that's what I've been wondering. Did Fidelity assume I'm already going to college, or is it just some technical issue?
Yeah. So again, we won't assume that. Have you emailed us?
No, but what is the email?
Contact, CONTACT, Fidelity, FIDELITY, FIDELITY at uncf.org.
Okay, got it.
Hey, Amilcar, what school are you going to?
Oh, FIU.
Yeah, you're good. We have your acceptance letter. You're good to go.
All right, thank you. So all I have to do is the transcripts.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, have a...
You too. All right, Adriel.
Yeah, hello.
How are you?
I just want to make sure if I haven't changed my college decision, do I still have to submit a final acceptance letter?
No, you do not. If you have not changed anything since you first admitted, since you were first accepted to the program and supplied those documents, you do not have to change anything. If you want, you can email us at contactfidelity@uncf.org to make sure that we have the documents. And this is for everyone. If you have submitted if you have not made any changes to the college you're attending in the fall, there's no action needed on your college admissions information. But if you are a graduating senior from high school, we still need your final transcript.
Okay.
We need the final transcript that shows your graduation date and clearly states your name and school.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Jasmine?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
For the traveling part, how would that work? Because I have a child and I would need help and I would have to bring someone to come help me with the baby.
Yeah, so email us and Justin will get right to you and work with you on that situation. So
Email
is.
FSP Travel at uncf.org. FSP Travel, I got you. We'll talk it through.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Jasmine. See you soon. Damien Daly, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, what's your question?
2 questions. The function, I'm supposed to be attending, I guess, in Kentucky. Is this casual or dress?
Damien, are you a bachelor's track student or a community college track student?
Community college.
Okay, so we will send all CCI students information about orientation separately. You have a different pathway, so I appreciate your patience with us. We are just getting through our CCI application profiles, and so you'll get new information about your orientation or connecting with your college success coaches. So just give us a little grace on that. We'll be connecting with you directly. What's your other question?
I think that will cover it because then all my other questions will be answered. So I'm assuming.
Sounds good, Damien. Well, if you have anything in between time, reach out to FSP Student Services at uncf.org.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ethan?
Good afternoon. I have a couple of questions to ask.
Sure.
My first question, I've tried to get in contact with FSP regarding my attendance survey and have not received anything. Do I need to do something else?
What state are you in, Ethan?
Florida, sir.
Florida? Okay. Emmanuel will get right to you on that. What's your next question?
Wait, time out. Ethan, check your spam or your check your spam first. If you have anything from FSP Travel. You're in Florida. What school are you attending?
Oh, you said travel. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Palm Beach State College, sir.
Palm Beach State. So yes, you should have gotten one. I'll double check. But please just check. Have you checked your spam or junk?
Yes, there's nothing there, sir.
Nothing there. All right. So again, everybody should have gotten that email. But let me check, and I'll do some research while we're on this call just to see what it is. It could be an email mix-up or something like that. So let me take a look.
Right.
And what's your next question, Ethan? I thought I heard you say something about your transcript. You're talking about the travel email. Okay. What's your next question?
My school is not giving out the transcripts yet. So in case the deadline goes by and I have no access to my transcript, is it possible I could get an extension possibly?
Your high school transcript?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. We know that sometimes this is the case with high schools. We want you all to try your hardest and due diligence, but if you have any issues getting access to your high school graduation transcript, for those who have just graduated the class of 2026, they're the only ones who have to submit high school transcripts to us. If you were admitted into the CCI track or bachelor's track and you're a graduate from 2026, you have to get that information to us. If you have issue with that, just email us in advance at contactfidelity@uncf.org. It's not uncommon that happens, so we will work with you.
Okay, thank you so much. And my third question, regarding the orientation, if we don't attend, is it possible that it could affect us in any shape, way, or form?
Happy to talk to you about that personally. Our expectation is that you all do attend, and we understand that life happens, and so we will have to have those individual conversations with people.
Okay, those are all my questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ethan. Tiana, what's your question?
Hello, this is Amber Scott, her mom. And Tiana has literally been emailing y'all numerous times about an award letter she is needing for housing. She has paid a $200 non-refundable deposit, and they are in need of an award letter.
Hey, Mom. So check this out. I've responded to Tiana. So we've done what we've said. We've reached out to TSU. TSU has spoken to us and aware. So they know Tiana is in our program. She is well and taken care of. I can assure you that. So I have responded to her. So have her check that email. But at this point, she's good to go.
Okay, but she's saying that they haven't said anything to her. They're still sending emails stating that she needs that award letter to send off.
Yeah, we understand. So again, there's no award letter to provide. As we've said last week, we don't have the information yet. TSU will provide us that information in order for us to generate an award and then an award letter. So I definitely understand. I understand how it can be frustrating trying to get this thing moving. So I'll reach back out to Tiana via email to tie up anything. But I can assure you that we have reached out to TSU on Tiana's behalf. All right.
Okay. Do you have a actual email that we can send to them for you to, I guess, respond to them? Because I understand what you're saying, but they keep...
Like, I'm contacting the housing office.
We get it. And we reached out directly to contacts in housing and financial aid. So again, this process, we are tried and true to it. And this is the normal summer process and cadence. Trust me when I tell you, Tiana, you'll be good to go. But again, I'll follow up with you directly. So we want to keep this Q&A moving, but trust and believe we reached out and we got you covered.
Okay, thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate that.
And I'll absolutely reach out this evening.
Okay. Have a great night, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Justice, what's your question?
Good evening. My name is Mildred. I'm Justice Chandler's mom.
Hello.
How are you?
Well, yourself.
Pretty good. About the function in September, the orientation, which is happening in Raleigh. She is 17. Is she expected to be on her own, or aren't supposed to go with them?
So, as we mentioned, parents can attend, but on their own behalf. The students will be paired with a scholar to share a room. You won't be able to attend any of the workshops or other information, but you're able to, if you want to travel with your scholar. Other than that, we've had other students who are 17 who've traveled to orientations in the past, but we have also had orientations where parents have attended. Again, all of those travel obligations will be on the parent or family member, including getting your own room and travel and meals and things of that like.
So my own expense.
Yeah. So, Mom, send us an email, and we'll have a one-on-one conversation to tie up any loose ends. But absolutely, we want to make sure that you're comfortable and you understand everything that's going on. So shoot us an email, and we can.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. She's like, okay. I don't know.
Okay, even still, we love to converse even more about it. Just to make sure all is well. So send us an email, and we'll absolutely have that conversation with both of you.
Gotcha. You guys have a hotel already? Because I'm in Raleigh. So I'm not far. So even if I don't go, I won't be too far.
Yep, that's fine. Absolutely. And the hotels are the hotel is in Durham, so to say. So yeah, give us a call. Okay. Let's talk just to make sure we're good to go. Absolutely.
Perfect. I appreciate that. Thank you,
absolutely.
Justin. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Jalen's mom.
Sorry, I had to unmute. First question is, you were corresponding with us by portal, then by email. Now there's a Scholar Hub. So now that you've created the Scholar Hub, does that mean that we will no longer need to be checking the UNCF portal?
So that's a very layered question. Keep access to all of those things, especially your email. Doing a portal, there are opportunities. There are times throughout the year where we need you to submit documents through that, and you get and we will email the scholar directly about those needed documents. Usually, that is our transcripts and our renewal process that's done through our portal. So that's an internal program system that we utilize through UNCF. So you will still need to have access to the portal. So make sure to keep that login and information there. But then also the Scholar Hub will be very suited for information, updates, communication about programs and events that that are opportunities to register for events and the like. But you will still need access to all three of those. So your personal email, your login information for the Scholar Hub, that login information, and for the Scholar portal, for the UNCF portal. If you have issue with the portal, you can email us at FSP Student Services, or when you get your college success coach, they can help you. And if you have issues with the Scholar Hub, you can send it to scholarhub@fmr.com.
Okay, thank you. And then the final question, students like from North Carolina A&T who are going to the orientations, even though they're at the same school, they're possibly going to different parts of the country, right?
No.
Isn't it based on your home state, or is it based on where you're going to school?
Well, everybody's going to school in their states. So because everybody's at, we have a good amount of students at A&T, we're going to put those students on a bus and get them an hour up the road to the Durham location.
Okay, great.
Absolutely. Michaela?
Yes, hi. I'm enrolled in Northeastern University's NUN program. So for my first semester, I'll be studying abroad in Greece. And I know the orientation is mandatory, but I wouldn't be in Massachusetts. I wouldn't be in Boston to attend the orientation.
Yeah, Michaela, shoot us an email. We want to make sure we address that appropriately. So just shoot us an email so we can talk it through, make sure we know the who, what, where, when, and why. But we completely understand you can't come to something if you're not in the country. Absolutely. So yeah, shoot us an email. We want to converse with you directly.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
Absolutely. Teron?
So I was on the second info session, and I just wanted to verify that my acceptance letter was received.
Yeah, we're gonna somebody's gonna check that for you right now, and we'll pop in and just say if you're good to go. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Angel.
Yes, hello. I wanted to know, like, what happens if you haven't did your DC tag yet and you're a little late behind after the deadline? Would I be able to get an extension?
So if I hear you correctly, you have not turned in your DC tag paperwork.
No.
Got it. Are you waiting for it from them, or are you still waiting to submit things on your behalf?
I have to submit things on my behalf.
Got it. So shoot us an email at FSP Student Services so we can talk one-on-one just to make sure that we support you getting all those details fine-tuned to make sure you don't miss anything, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Send that email now so I can follow up. Julius.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good evening. I haven't been receiving any emails about anything. Is there something wrong I'm doing on my end? I just want to clarify some things.
Julius, shoot me a DM with your email, with your good email, and I'll compare it to what we have on file. And if I need to make any updates, then I can do that.
Okay, Julius, are you a CCI student or a bachelor's track student?
CCI.
Okay, yeah. So you'll be getting more emails very, very soon here. So they are coming.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Teron, if you're at Bridgewater State, you're
The recording has stopped.
No, so I'm not at Bridgewater State.
Okay, so that means
I made a correction.
Okay, did you email it yet?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't email it, but I had to. So it was through the Fidelity Institution update. I clicked on that, and then I changed it to Fitchburg State.
That's fine, but we need you to submit the acceptance letter for Fitchburg.
I did send it.
Okay, so maybe they just haven't gotten to. You sent it to Contact Fidelity?
Yeah, I sent it during the second info session that same day.
Okay, shoot it again so it's at the top of their list, and I'll ping the team. No worries.
Okay.
Got you. All right, Joshua.
Hello, sir. I have a question. So I go to school at Elon. Will the bus that's coming for orientation will it pass through Elon, or will I have to go to A&T to get on the bus?
No, you won't have to go to A&T. We'll work with you directly. We know Elon is that middle point between Durham and Greensboro, so we'll work with you directly to make sure that you have the appropriate transportation there. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, sir.
For sure.
Justin, I know you said this. Can you just clarify for everyone that all travel arrangements will be coordinated with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we have you covered. Absolutely.
I know some people tune in and out, but for orientation, all travel things will be coordinated and facilitated and communicated through UNCF. So if you have questions, if you think you should have gotten an email for a travel thing, you're worried about that, just shoot us an email at fsptravel@uncf.org and we will help you out, okay?
Right, who's up? Naya.
If there was because I went to my scholarship office, I just wanted to make sure that there was.
We can't hear you now. You gotta speak up, please.
I wanted to ensure that there's nothing there's no documents I have to deliver to you or documents from you I have to give to my school to ensure that the scholarship works.
You're asking if you want to ensure that you sent all documents. So if it's about, you talking about payment to your institution?
Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you asking about your transcript and your acceptance letter and things of that nature?
No, I wanted to ensure, if this is, by contract, if this scholarship was a contract that I needed to, deliver to my school?
Oh, no, you don't know. So you're asking about payment to your institution, about the scholarship. So like Justin and we talked about last week, based on information that you all provided where you're going, we will contact the schools. They will update the information for us, and then we will negotiate what we need to send to them based on the information they provide to us. So if you have, you're right. If you've updated and sent your award acceptance letter, admissions letter to the school, and the survey you filled out are still the same, we're communicating with that institution. If you need to make that change, that's when we need you to send the information to contactfidelity@uncf.org.
Okay. Also, I was wondering if you guys gave out an award letter, because I need an award letter for another scholarship that I have, and they're asking for an award letter from my Fidelity Scholar.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you will get an award letter. However, you will not receive that until we get their verification from your institution. So most likely, we wouldn't be able to generate that until closer to the middle of August at the earliest.
Do you guys have anything similar, like just saying that we're getting awards something that you guys can send out?
You can use your acceptance letter to the program as an option. For them, if they're looking for an exact dollar amount, we will not be able to provide that for them. As Justin said, we still have to have conversations through our portal with your institution so we can understand your full cost of attendance. If this is an outside private scholarship, if they're trying to figure out how much money that you're going to get from us to give you a certain dollar amount, it won't happen until probably the school year begins. But you can show them that your acceptance letter to the program. You can, give them our website and let them know how we function as a last dollar scholarship. But we won't have an exact number to sometime mid to late August for you to share out to any other third parties. But if you have any other specific questions about how the scholarship works, please come to office hours.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah? Jeremiah, you there?
Yeah, I was wondering about my final high school transcript. Like, I just looked on the portal, and I submitted it last week, but it still says verification pending on the request actions. So I was just wondering do y'all have it, or I just have to wait?
So document verification pending means that the team has received it. And again, as we're processing hundreds of these, that means that they're going down the list, and then once they look at it, they'll move it to received and verified. So if it says pending, that means it was successfully submitted.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That's a good question. That's a good point for everyone. If you go into the portal and you see pending, that means we have it. They're just working through the system. So thank you for that, Justin. That's a good point, y'all. So if you don't see it and you're like, oh, where is it? If it's pending, that means we have it and we're going through it.
I have one more question. Since I was an early college student, with early college credits, my mom was wondering, do my years extend?
If he was an early college student, and so he's going in with 40 or 50 credit hours going into his school. So with this being a 4-year program, if he's already going in as a sophomore, for instance, how does that work? And he finishes early, will he be able to still keep going if he decides to go get his master? I'm just
so that's a good question.
Yeah.
Go ahead. There's too many people talking. Sorry. Good question. Reach out, email us, and we can have a more in-depth conversation with you about that. But our program works on 4 years. For the bachelor students, works on 4 years, 8 semesters of funding for your first credential. And I can go in a little more deeper with you on what that is. So shoot an email to FSP Student Services saying you need to speak with Dr. Gray. I will connect with you and we can talk through that.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. That was it.
No problem.
All right, Wadney?
Hello, good evening.
Hey, Wadney, what's up? What you got for us?
Hello, I had a question. I'm not sure if this is something I would have to email, but I was wondering, I'm a Florida student and I'll be traveling to North Carolina for my orientation. And I was wondering if I have family there after the orientation is done, would I be able to stay with them or would I have to get on a flight back to Florida?
So let's talk that through. Shoot us an email so we can have just some one-on-one dialogue. But yeah, we completely understand the question. You're not the first student to ask it, so let's talk about it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I would email FSP Travel.
That's perfectly fine. Yep.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yuvika. Yuvika, are you there? There you are.
Can you not hear me?
You're a bit muffled.
You guys hear me now?
There you go. What you got for us?
So I had a question about the website we just downloaded today.
Okay, what's your question?
So since you guys sent it and I already did some of them, introduces myself and put like the college I'm going to. And then there's some of the questions. So when we were doing the traveling part, it shows me where I have to go. And I was wondering if it's this like where I have to go to get the bus, or is it where we are leaving after we take the bus?
Are you asking about the travel profile?
Yes.
Got it. So where are you located? Where are you located?
In Massachusetts.
You're in Massachusetts. So you wouldn't have gotten a travel profile yet. So maybe is your question more along
registration form?
Hub? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, that registration form, it should be asking you where you're going to school. Is that what you're referring to?
So basically, I put where I'm going to school and stuff, and then they, for the next step, that, because it shows you have to like to do the 9th step of it.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the app, and then where they put the travel part, I did that. I said where